Alright, Shalom.
Shalom.
Yeah, before we go any further, we give all praise, honor, and glory to the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son, Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem, Rakar Kodash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of the great millstone for teaching us the truth, according to the Bible, and rule well. And peace and blessings to the elect of the nation of Israel. You know, today we're going to basically hit a lesson going in how the Lord is going to get vengeance for the elect, pretty much, you know. For his prophets, the messengers, you know how our people have constantly despised them, came up against them. The Lord is gonna, our people are gonna perish in the day of vengeance. You know, when the Lord brings judgment upon you, the wicked, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and these heathens. You can get Sirach 36.
Second Chronicles.
Yeah, you know. Yep, exactly.
This is Second Chronicles, chapter 36, verse 15.
Mm-hmm.
And the Lord Yahweh of their fathers sent to them by his messengers.
Yeah, so the Lord spoke to our forefathers, you know, the children of Israel, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, by his messengers, you know, who are the prophets. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm. Rising up betimes and sending.
Yeah, rising up early, pretty much before death and destruction came. The Lord always gave a warning to tell the so-called Negroes, like the nation of Israel, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, where you're going off at. Go ahead.
Because he had compassion on his people and on his dwelling place.
Yes, so the Lord is having compassion by the prophets of the Heavenly Father being out there. By our people, they don't want to be shown compassion, you know. How do we know that? Through their actions. They want the Lord to bring that wrath and destruction upon them, clearly, because they don't want to take the compassion. They take the Lord's kindness as a weakness. Go ahead.
Verse 16, but they mocked the messengers of Yahweh.
Yeah, but they mocked the messengers of the Most High. You know, they made fun of us. You know, you guys got dresses on. You know, you guys gonna get a job.
Call us rapists.
Yeah. You got Bumalites, you know, calling Great Millstone the worst of the worst, you know. Go ahead.
It reads, verse 16, but they mocked the messengers of Yahweh and despised his words.
Yeah, look at that word, despised. It means to hate. Go ahead.
And misused his prophets.
Yeah, so instead of, you know, getting edified by, you know, and taking warning and repenting, you know, they misused us, you know. They didn't use us for the proper use of what we're supposed to be out there for, you know. Supposed to find out how to get closer to Yahweh Shema Shai and find out which is well-pleasing to the Lord so that he may repent, you know. Go ahead.
And misuse his prophets until the wrath of the Lord arose against his people.
Yeah, until things weren't funny anymore, because the Yahweh Shema Shai started bringing judgment upon you. The Lord is going to start bringing judgment upon the 2/3 of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and these heathens that want to despise the word, you know. Really, he's talking about you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Okay, finish that up.
Till there was no remedy.
Just your precept, bro.
This is Proverbs chapter 13, verse 13. Whoso despises the word shall be destroyed.
Yeah, whoso despises the word shall be destroyed. So you despise the words of Yahweh Shema Shai. Once again, that word despise means to hate. You're going to be destroyed, you know. What? Because you're not bucking up against us. You're bucking up against Yahweh Shema Shai. You know, we're just the messengers. It's like, you know, the electrician comes and cuts your cable box. You want to fight him? No, you need to take it up with a guy who sent them down there to turn off your electricity, you know? Same thing with us. We're just the messengers.
It reads on. But he that feareth the commandment shall be rewarded.
Yeah, but he that feareth the commandment shall be rewarded. You know, we fear the judgments of Yahweh Shema Shai, and Lord's will be part of the elect. We're going to be rewarded because we did everything and are doing everything to the best of our abilities, which the Lord requires. Okay.
This is St. Luke, chapter 10, verse 16. He that heareth you, heareth me.
Yeah, he that heareth you, heareth me. This is Lord Yahweh Shai speaking. It's written in red, who people ignorantly call it Jesus Christ. So he that heareth us, heareth Lord Yahweh Shai.
And he that despiseth you, despiseth me.
Yeah, he that hated us, you hate us out there on the highways and byways, correcting you with the word, telling you you're not supposed to be eating shrimp, pork, crab, lobster. You hate us so much that now you're throwing eggs at us. You're flicking us off when you're going down the street. That's you really flicking the Lord off. That's you doing whatsoever evil imagination you thought in your heart, or you consented on doing. That's as if Lord Yahushai, the only begotten Son of the Lord, was on the scene. You did it to him.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
And he that despiseth me, despiseth him that sent me.
Yeah, if you despise, ultimately,
Yahushua.
Lord Yahushua, you're despising the Heavenly Father. You got any more precepts for now? Okay, yes, that's Sirach 5 and 7.
This is Sirach chapter 5 verse 7.
Mm-hmm.
Make no tarrying to turn to the Lord.
Yeah, the Lord got his prophets rising up early to come and warn you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans about the coming destruction to America, to warn you that there's going to be race riots, there's going to be a famine, there's going to be martial law troops, there's going to be a lack of bread out here, and there's going to be a World War III, and different diseases and pestilence that are already back but are going to be amplified all-time high. The same plagues that the Lord brought on ancient Egypt are going to be brought here again on America, So the Lord is going to bring great judgment to the shores of America. That's why the Lord's telling you, make no tarrying, Now is not the time to mock and despise the words of the Heavenly Father. Go ahead.
And put not off from day to day.
Mm-hmm.
For suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth.
Yeah, for suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth. There goes that wrath again. You thought the words of Yahweh Shema Shai were a game, were a joke. The Lord is going to bring that wrath, that his fierce anger, his righteous indignation, his righteous anger. Go ahead.
For suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth.
Yeah, suddenly in your unbelief. Go ahead.
And in thy security thou shalt be destroyed.
Yeah, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed. When Yahweh Shema Shai comes back, with his band of angels, even before that, when the Lord cuts his dollar off and you don't have any money or way to feed your family, you're going to be destroyed. Go ahead.
And perish in the day of vengeance.
And perish in the day of vengeance, because the Lord, that's going to be the time when the Lord is going to get vengeance for the elect's sake, and for all those that try to put him to death and despise Lord Yahushua when he was on the scene, because those same men are back today and they're persecuting the prophets. The Lord said, which one of your fathers have not slain the prophets? Which Lord's willing, I'll get that. Get that, Sirach 39, I believe it's 38 spirits created for vengeance. You know where's that?
Nah.
Okay. You got a precept? Get your precept.
This is 2 Chronicles, chapter 15, verse 13. That whosoever would not seek Yahweh Shema Shai of Israel should be put to death.
Yeah, that whosoever is talking about your so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. That whosoever would not seek, you're not seeking after your power. You're not seeking after the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the scriptures to follow the law, statutes, commandments with the Bible to the best of your ability. You gotta get put to death. You are a useless vessel on the earth, because what's the whole duty of man for you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans? To fear the Most High and to keep his commandments.
Right.
Go ahead.
Whether small or great.
Yeah, whether you a man who begs for change every day of his life, barely struggling to get by, can't even feed his family. Go ahead. Or great, whether you're a LeBron James, a Jay-Z, someone who's well known in the society. The Lord doesn't care if you have money or not. Go ahead.
Whether man or woman.
Yeah, whether man or woman. So whether you're a man, woman, child, if you don't come back, child of respective age, if you don't come back and seek Yahweh Shema Shai, you're going to get put to death. You got the spirit script.
This is Sirach chapter 39, verse 28. There be spirits that are created for vengeance.
Yeah, so the Lord has spirits out here that are created for vengeance, Vengeance for you not wanting to seek him and take heed to the words of the prophets. Go ahead.
Which in their fury lay on sore strokes.
In their fury lay upon sore strokes. Go ahead.
In the time of destruction they pour out their force.
Yeah, and that time of destruction is coming is fastly approaching upon you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans for your disobedience. And it says they pour out their force. Go ahead.
And appease the wrath of him that made them.
Yeah, and that's the point. They appease the wrath of Yahweh Shema Shai because he's the one that made them, you know? So Yahweh Shema Shai is going to take great pleasure in destroying your so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans for your disobedience. Go ahead.
That's in 29?
Yeah, that was it. I'm sorry, bro.
Okay, that's it.
Get 2 Kings 2 and I think it's 28 where Yahweh Shai, where the she-bears. But 2 Kings, slack, I should have it written down. 2 Kings 2 and 23.
2 Kings 2 and 23.
Mm-hmm.
And he went, all right, kind of. This is 2 Kings chapter 2, verse 23. And he went up from thence.
Yeah, it's talking about Elisha. Go ahead.
Unto Bethel.
Yep.
And as he was going up by the way, there came forth little children.
Yep.
Out of the city.
Yeah, so this is an example of what happens when you mock the prophets of the Heavenly Father and ultimately mocking Yahweh Shema Shai. Go ahead, bro.
And mocked him.
So the little children came out of the city and mocked, Elisha, a prophet of the Heavenly Father. Go ahead.
And said unto him, Go up, thou bald head. Go up, thou bald head.
Yeah, they trying to make fun of him out of his outward appearance, but the Most High don't care how a man look on the outward appearance. The Most High look up on your heart. Go ahead.
Verse 24. And he turned back and looked on them and cursed them in the name of Yahweh Shema Shai.
Yeah, he looked back and cursed them in the name of Yahweh Shema Shai. He didn't look back and take his sword out and start slicing these children. He called upon his power. He knew that vengeance was the Lord's. Go ahead. Get Hebrews 10 and 30.
And there came forth 2 she-bears out of the wood.
Yeah, so these were spirits created for vengeance for Yahweh Shema Shai. He used 2 she-bears in this instant to please the wrath, to bring his anger upon those children. His judgment. Go on, bro. Go ahead, bro.
And tear 42 children of them.
Yeah, so 42 children got to put to death just because they were mocking the prophet Elisha, And that was back then. How much more now when wickedness is at all-time high, When our people constantly are rejecting the word of the Lord on a day-to-day basis, The Lord is going to bring fierce judgment greater than that, The Lord said a day like never has been on the face of the earth. That's the day that's coming, You can the day that's coming, you can't compare it to 42 she-bears getting devoured. It's going to be a million times worse than that. Any more than that? Get Hebrews 10, 30, and then 31 will close out on that, unless you guys get more precepts.
This is Hebrews chapter 10, verse 30.
You can get
I got it.
Oh, you got it already? Okay, cool. Get Matthew's 18, 30. Matthew's 18 first, and then we'll close out Hebrews 10, 30.
Okay. This is St. Matthew chapter 18, verse 6. But who shall offend one of these little ones?
Yeah, who shall offend one of these little ones? Talking about the believers of Yahweh Shema Shai. Go ahead.
Which believe in me. It were better for him that a millstone were hanged about his neck, and that he were drowned in the depth of the sea.
Yeah, so it's better for you to basically take a large chain and wrap it around your neck and have the end of it tied to a giant stone, and you drown in the sea. When you drown, your organs in your body explodes basically, because it fills up with water. So that's a painful death, So it said it'd be better for you to do that than to make fun of the prophets, pretty much, to offend the believers of Yahweh Shema Shai. And that's a terrible thing already, taking a millstone and drowning in the depths of the sea. Go ahead, in Hebrews.
This is Hebrews chapter 10, verse 30. For we know him that have said, Vengeance belongeth unto me,
Yeah, vengeance belongeth unto Yahweh by Shem Shai. Go ahead.
I will recompense, saith the Lord.
Yeah, Exodus 14:14.
And again, the Lord shall judge his people.
Yeah, real quick. Hold that in Exodus 14:14 real quick.
This Exodus chapter 14, verse 14.
Because we just read, vengeance said the Lord. The Lord is going to recompense. Go ahead.
This Exodus chapter 14, verse 14. Yahweh by Shem Shai shall fight for you, and ye shall hold your peace.
Yeah, Yahweh Shem Shai is going to fight for us. We don't need to try to if a scoffer comes up and tries to make fun of us, the Lord's going to handle that man. That man's going to get put to death, you know. God, when they come up and try to fight us, you know, we're going to call upon the name of the Lord, and the Lord's going to protect us. And later that day, that man might get hit by a car, you know. Who knows? Yahweh Shem Shai is going to be bringing swift judgments in the time to come.
That's why the scriptures say, wait ye upon me until I rise up to the prey.
That's right. Finish that. That was it in Exodus, right?
Yeah.
Read it again.
This is Exodus chapter 14, verse 14. Yahweh by Shem Shai shall fight for you, and ye shall hold your peace.
Yeah, exactly. Yahweh Shem Shai is going to fight for us, you know. And that's what we're waiting for. Waiting for the Lord, you know, patiently waiting. Go ahead.
This is Hebrews chapter 10, verse 30. For we know him that have said, vengeance belongeth unto me. I will recompense, saith the Lord.
Yeah, saith Yahweh Shem Shai. These are our words. Yahweh Shem Shai say he's going to get paid back. Go ahead.
And again, the Lord shall judge his people.
Go ahead.
Verse 31. It is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power.
Yeah, so Yahweh Shem Shai can do way worse than what we can do. You know, a man might, we might set a trap, to get him, to get vengeance on the man, which we're not going to do, which we're not going to do through the spirit and fire by Shem Shai. But if say if a man set a trap to lay holds on, to basically give revenge, his own vengeance, they can't compare to the vengeance that the Yahweh Shem Shai can lay upon that man, That's what you gotta realize, a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power, and 2/3 of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are about to fall into his hands, for despising the words of the Lord, for despising Yahweh Shem Shai, Any more precepts, bro? Alright, Khan. Lord's willing, you brothers were edified through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shai. Before we go any further, we'll give all praise, honor, and glory to the Heavenly Father, His only begotten Son,
Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem, Rakar Kadash.
Double honors to our apostles and elders, a great millstone for teaching us the truth, according to the Bible, and rule well, and peace and blessings to the full elect of the nation of Israel. Take time we say, Shalom.